Good morning, YouTube. Today the final countdown begins to the big Boise, combination Boise, Salt Lake City, Denver, by way of, let's see, I-25 and I-80. Anyway, the highway numbers don't really matter, but the content is coming very soon. Not soon enough for me, but patience is a virtue, I guess. All good things come to those who wait, I've always been told. So, starting next Friday, I hope not to overload you with content, but I'm going to be wanting to really make up for the last year of not traveling, well, anywhere far. I've been to some cool places in the last year, but nothing quite as spectacular as a city as large to me as Salt Lake or Boise, which are not large cities by any means. I come from one of the largest cities in the country, but here in Santa Fe, going to a big city is like, wow, it's like amazing. Now these cities are smaller than Albuquerque, but Salt Lake is interesting. I've done a lot of research on it. Apparently there's a lot of open space. I think the Mormon Tabernacle is the grounds are closed for renovation. I saw online, I googled it. So I'll probably just only be able to take photos from like the street, I guess, or whatever. A lot of open space, hiking trails, things like that, parks. It looks like a nice, chill place. Not too big or too small. Right, it's just my size. That's the perfect size for me, is a Salt Lake City or a Boise. Perfect size, like population-wise, that I'd want to live if I could choose where I lived at this point in my life. So I've done some research in Boise too. There is a channel. The name is John Conti, Jonconti. Apparently he must be a native of Idaho. I don't know if it's Boise but he does most of his videos in Idaho. He's done some in Utah, like Arches National Park, which I have been to. It's a very spectacular site. But I have never been to Salt Lake. We're also going to Park City. I forgot to mention that, Park City, Utah, which I guess is near Salt Lake. We are going to the Great Salt Lake, which I had the privilege of seeing my friend Rosie O'Kelly visit there, and some friends of ours who were actually stopped in Santa Fe. They were doing an epic road trip with their family, driving from Boston to the Bay Area, and now they're on their way back to Boston. They've been gone since the middle of June. They stopped in Santa Fe, showed us a lot of the pictures of, well, they stopped at Yellowstone, I believe, too. I mean, it was epic for them, and they have four kids, so, the youngest being 10 years old. So anyway, they showed me some pictures of the Great Salt Lake. Actually, in the picture, it was really, really pretty. Very blue water and sky and everything. It was just a good picture. It gave a good picture of probably what we'll be seeing in a week to 10, well, a little over a week we'll be in Salt Lake, because we're stopping in Denver for 2 days to see family and stay with them for a couple nights. So we're going to see the Great Salt Lake and whatever else there is to see, the sights in Salt Lake City. Neither my mom or I have ever been to Salt Lake City before, or none of us have been to Park City. My brother likes Park City, I guess, for skiing in the winter. I don't know. He may have, I'm not sure. He may have gone to the Olympic Games in 2002. I'm not sure, but I think he got me a t-shirt from there. I'm not sure. He may have he's gone to some of the Olympic Games. I mean, I went to ones in Atlanta back in the 90s. He went to Vancouver, I believe, in 2010. So he's, yeah, he's a lucky guy. So am I, though. I'm a lucky girl. Lucky. that I get to travel at all, but it's just going to be epic content, I hope. I mean, oh, back to the Boise channel. Sorry, I always get off on a tangent. Back to the Boise channel. He has like a playlist or short series on, it's called Binging on Boise. It's got a lot of the outdoor activities and fun things to do there, and it actually is quite a number of, I mean, I'm into like the outdoor activities. In Chicago, I didn't really have that opportunity because our summers were so short, and it's a big city, and there's not a lot of that open space. Well, you know, it's all very congested and everything, so there's not a lot of outdoor activities like when it comes to recreation, unless you leave the city and venture out in the suburbs and stuff. But a lot of interesting outdoor activities in Boise, and there's water there, so that will make me a happy camper, that there's like water there and greenery and things like that I miss about the Midwest. Oh, and McCall, Idaho. This is going to be we're really gonna get around. So anyway, I keep getting off on a tangent. The channel, John Conti, does a lot of Idaho, a lot of hiking. He's a avid hiker. He collaborates with another guy named Chad. I don't know Chad's last name, or if he has his own channel or not. But they're very interesting dudes, and they hike. They like to hike up in the mountains in Idaho. And they brought the series on Boise, so check out that channel. If you're interested in seeing what Boise and the state of Idaho has to offer. They did some on like the more northern parts of Idaho, which I don't know exactly where McCall is located. I know it's about 2 hours from Boise. And I stand corrected when I said my brother lived in Eagle, Idaho. When they first moved there last summer, they were renting a home until their home was built, and their home is actually on the west outskirts of the city of Boise. It's not in Eagle. They were renting a house in Eagle until their house was built. I think their house was completed in March or April a couple of months ago, so they're in their new house now. And both my niece and nephew's birthdays are this month. So it's just like my brother was saying, it's going to be a crazy July. It's going to be crazy in a good way for me and my family, me and my parents. So, or at least for me. My parents are kind of a little more used to traveling as adults than I am, but I still have been very lucky to get to do some very fun trips. Florida and Hawaii as an adult, very enjoyable, very beautiful locations in the country. And this trip we don't have to fly, which is great for me because I really just do not like to fly anymore. I've never been a huge fan of it, but if I'm going somewhere like that you can't get to any other way, like Hawaii or something, I don't mind so much. But if I'm just going like somewhere like Boise or Salt Lake, then I'd prefer to drive and see the country. And yeah, so the one last thing I wanted to mention, I have always wanted, well, for a while now, for quite a number of years, I have wanted to try ziplining. I'm not somebody who would jump out of an airplane or like skydive, regular skydive, or bungee jump or anything like that. I mean, I'm kind of not a risk taker. I mean, these activities usually everything goes well. Usually, there are horror stories, but usually everything goes well. Nobody, I don't know, there have been some horrific things happen from those thrill-seeking, adventurous type things. But anyway, no bungee jumping, no skydiving, just, I want to do ziplining though. I think it'd be good content. I'm going to bring, oh, and there's the place in the ziplining place is up in this small village called McCall. Very outdoors place, small, not like Boise. And so yeah, so the ziplining, my mom wanted to ask my brother more about it, see if he knew anything about it, since they also own a place in McCall, Idaho. They really get around. Lucky people. But So anyway, this is going to be one big adventure, a very outdoors oriented vacation. We're going to be hiking, the zip lining, some water activities in Boise that I've looked into. Very interesting, different than I've ever researched before. Stuff you can't do here. So our lakes here are more like giant swimming pools. To me, they're not lakes, but my Midwest friends would laugh and call them giant swimming pools. But so yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just so excited that I'm just giving all this information. I hope you can get all that. It's probably pretty hard, and it's early in the day. But 1 week. I've been counting the days, literally marking them off on my calendar. You know, doing Instagram shots of like my July calendar, like marking off the days, Xing off the days until encircling the 16th and circling the 9th. Now we're leaving next Friday and today's Friday, so it's officially 1 week, and that's gonna go fast. And I have a lot I should be doing to get ready. I have to figure out like all that I'm taking. Now I am taking my GoPro camera. I purchased last summer with some of my stimulus money. Very expensive camera. We'll kind of figure out, play around and figure out how. I mean, I did a little bit of work with it last summer. I wasn't experienced enough to like upload or anything. I didn't have Wi-Fi installed last summer, so now that I do, I don't know exactly how it works. So I'll have to figure it all out. I'll watch YouTube videos on how to do GoPro. Hero 8. I have a Hero 8, and it's a really nice camera, so that will be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna have to see about a power bank for my phone, since my battery never lasts, because I'm always shooting video and always taking pictures, so my battery goes really fast. I mean, if you're out like all day long doing things, my battery only, and that's when I'm really not using it much, is when at home, like it'll last up to about 6 or 7 hours, just normal. So normal length of duration. So you guys all have a great weekend. I may go to the pool this afternoon. It's supposed to be a scorcher at 91 degrees and dry heat, so I may go to the pool to cool off. My cat has decided he likes the bathtub now. As long as I'm not bathing in it, my cat likes the bathtub. Next week he gets his little kitty vacation in the cat hotel or whatever. I don't know what's it called. boarding place. So anyway, that should do it. This is kind of lengthy for just talking, but I just wanted to fill you in on all the planned activities, promising content. If I could just wait another week, it's really hard. It's like Christmas Eve or something when I was a kid. I don't know, thinking it was like the whole night was going to go by really slow, and then you fall asleep, you wake up, and it's Christmas morning. Then you have to wait for your parents to get up so you can open the present. I'm just like that kid. I've never really grown out of that, like, excitement, you know, something exciting. Well, this is something new, but that's why it's exciting. Okay, love always, peace out. You guys have a great Friday, and I look forward to bringing you the best possible content in next week leading up to our departure on Friday morning. All right, peace out, love you.